Okay, here we are. Let's get it warming up here first. Oh, that's hot. Okay. We're going to go for a little trip, and we're heading over to the Kingsclear, and hopefully we can capture the fall leaves. So off we go. I could probably tip this back a little more. Hang on. How's that? Have to do. Okay. This is the second day of fall. And the grader's been up and down the hill here. Hot diggity dog. That means, or it should mean, the washboard at the bottom of the hill should be gone. I hope. Oh, look at that. The wife brought home the Jeep with a full tank of gas even. Yeah, I think it's everybody's moose hunting now. I know somebody that got their moose already this morning on opening day. I think it is. Not really sure. But sadly, the moose population is way down, and what we're going to have to get done here is to stop the spraying and see if we can get our forest back in better shape. You see all these trees that got the leaves that are changing. That's feed for these big game animals here. And what's happening is that they're spraying it, killing all those trees, cutting them right down to the ground, spraying the ground so those trees don't grow back, and we have nothing but these needled trees. So all the footage we can get of the trees changing the leaves is a good thing, because that's will be just a memory unless we can stop this guy. Now, enough of that. Just stop spraying New Brunswick. So there's a lot of gold and orange, yellow, red, pink. Beautiful. Also, we got a hurricane that's going to hit tonight. So that should be lovely. Wonder how this old barn here is going to hold up. It's got no doors or windows or nothing on it. Oh well. Whatever happens, happens. There's Donnie the chicken man. And we got a hold of young Jody. We need him to come and help me with the burdocks over the hill where the dogs are. All right. Toasty hot here now. $10 out right now. I took the sheets off the tomatoes. For the next week, they say there's no frost, so we got through that little spurt. And I dug a bucket load of potatoes today, and for sure, it's a gift for somebody that did something nice. And thanks Chris for giving me a box of bags so that we can continually give out what's left of the vegetables to people that need them. So I gotta check in here one day, see if he's got any more siding left. We want to, I think I'm gonna hoard in the old woodshed with first cut timbers, but I got no way of getting it up to the house. Anyway, tell you the road, it's great, except that we're going to have an awful pile of rain here in the next day or two, which is going to mean we're going to have people driving up and down this road filling it full of potholes. And everything, the ground will be frozen within the month, next month, by the end of next month for sure. Not that deep, but the road, the gravel part of the road, should be good for the winter. So up here we haven't had the bad frost compared to what they've had down below. And I'll just get see how many feet up we are on average right here. Probably around 300 feet, my guess. 421 feet. And we'll be dropping down 100 something, I think. I miss going big game hunting. Out there sitting around in the cold, calling the moose, seeing how close you can get one in. It's pretty. Then there'll be leaves all over the road, blowing around. And when they're wet, they're pretty slick. It's pretty hard to stop your vehicle. They'll slide off. But it won't be long. I would say within the month, next month, within a month, there won't be any leaves left on hardly any trees. It'll be waiting for the snow time. Now I was asked an interesting question here, somewhat. We don't usually get a green Christmas here. It's pretty rare. I think the whole time that I've lived down here, I can only remember maybe one, or it snowed just before Christmas. It was close. Everybody would, we need the snow, lots of it, so that and we need a slow spring, so that as the ground warms up, it can soak up the water and it doesn't run off. But with the climate change, it seems that with all these clear cuts, the sun hits the clear cut, melts the snow real fast because it's not hidden in the trees. That runs off the hill into the river, floods the city, floods all the land around, and then there's not enough water retained by the dirt or the earth, and it gets dry. Then we have forest fires, grass fires. It's just an ongoing thing here. We need to establish better forestry practices. You know, like manage your property better, where you're not cutting everything down and just leaving a great big bald spot. Selectively take the trees out when they're ready, and allow the other ones without try to do a minimum damage. But not here. Not with these big companies. They just go in there and they flatten everything. Then they spray the hell out of it. So none of these trees will grow back. Then they come in there with their fir trees, or pine trees, or whatever they're growing. Then the moose, the deer, and nothing like that. Oh, they're advertising meat cutting. Everybody be wanting their moose cut up, their deer. Alright, 11:21, and we are now at 138 feet. So what do we got here? So it's good. Young Jody, my wife's got a list of things he can help with. I just don't like going over the hill. Scares the hell out of me. Got to use the freaking rope to get back up the hill. Oh well. Oh, gotta slow down. School kids again. Sure don't want to pay one of them fines. No, I wasn't thinking. I could have grabbed some metal and threw it out. This is where we take our metal to be recycled, right down in here. There's a Lions Club, and they've got a bin out there, so any of the money they get from the recycled metal, they use it for their operation to do what they do in the community. I think probably every community in Canada's got a Lions Club or a Kinsman Club. So there's construction going on behind me there, up in the town, in the village. Yeah, I was surprised to see that house at the end of our road was sold already. I just sent my brother the clip on it. Sold pretty fast. The properties around here are selling like crazy now. What's going on here now? culvert in. Oh, I see the guy's got his corn on this side of the river anyway. Not this. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, there's a cemetery in there. In the cornfield. Oh, takeout beef dinner at the church. And here we are in beautiful rural Zealand. And the river is just over here on my right hand side. These people have property that go right up to it. And it may flood here once in a while. Oh, my eye is itchy. So we got a gas station up here just to the right. Something's buzzing. I don't know what it is. Okay, so we're at 85 feet above sea level right here. This is where our seamstress lives. Wonder how she's making out. Go, Mom, go. Oh. Oh, there's a nice little skidder there. Skidder is generally is a four-tired piece of equipment that's used to skid or drag logs out of the woods. Oh well. Yeah, not looking forward to the big hurricane because we still didn't get our siding fixed. If that blows off, then that's going to create a big kerfuffle at the house. The guy's coming next week to put the barn doors on and do a bunch of other things at the house. Then the dogs can't get back into the wood shed, and with the doors on there, that should keep the squirrel from going in there. I noticed that the dogs have been treeing the squirrels in that apple tree off the big deck. But every once in a while, one of them gets all panicky and runs into the woodshed to hide in there. And then that just creates nothing but grief for us, because they start digging out all the wood, get it all over the line. And then if it snows, then I got to go in there and try to find it under the snow. I got to get those antlers picked up pretty quick, because that won't go through the snowblower very good. And we keep the grass cut down on the back edge there, so that we don't lose stuff in it, like bones. Last two bones the dogs got disappeared. Don't know where they are. I tell you, when the mower hits that, you know it. So now we're going up what's called Keswick Ridge. This ridge here isn't as high as the Dorn Ridge. It's pretty along here. You see the leaves, lots of different colors. I would imagine in the north, all across the world, the same thing happens. Wherever it gets cold enough. Oh, what do we got here? A skunk. A dead skunk on the road. Some brave soul have to pick him up. Oh, another dead animal. Porcupine. There's a lot of orchards up in this particular area. And instead of going the usual way, I'm just going to keep going straight and then turn. I don't think I've taken you on that little piece of road yet. Sold. Oh, father or grandfather out with the kids on the swings. Now that big hill straight down the middle of the road there, that's on the other side of the St. John River. And we'll be crossing the St. John River on the bridge, and it's called Mactaquac. Probably in about 10 minutes. Rod Cumberland, People's Alliance, failed in his yearning to get voted in. I'm going to go there and see how much is, if I can get a deal on an axe handle. I need one for a Pulaski that I got. I'll have to paint it another color because I don't really like the pink. Pink and an axe doesn't look very manly. I dug a bucket of potatoes this morning for a nice lady. I think I said that already. And got the sheets off the tomatoes. There's a few ripe ones in there. I hope my wife goes up and gets them. There's a nice tree, half red, half green. So normally I turn here up the Rocky Road to get onto the other highway, but we're going to go straight this time. Another little orchard. It's all heavily fenced in. Oh, gotta be careful here. Some woman. I think, not sure, but it would be probably a better idea to be on the other side of the highway and drive into the traffic. At least you can see what's coming at you. Oh, what's that? Looks like a big dog. So there's the St. John River Valley right down in front of us here. You probably can't see it off to the left. And I don't want to start frigging with the phone. Pumpkins. You want to buy a pumpkin? Neat. This was considered to be quite a ways out of the city at one time, but sure isn't now. Okay, we're going to go up a different way. I'll miss that piece over there. And this hooks up to the same place. And I know this road here has been recently upgraded, so it's not no holes in it. You couldn't come down here before, it was so bad. We're not far from the hydro dam here. You'll see it probably when I break over the top of the hill here. And here's a rare rural school off on the right. Don't see them so much anymore there. Spend the money busing kids instead. So, there we go. That's the other side of the river you're looking at over there, that hill, on the other side of the road. See, they got some new plows. Hey, Volkswagen. I had one of those. That was my first car. A 1959 Volkswagen. Had cancer. The headlights would fall out. Couldn't turn the heater off. Had to park it on a hill so I could get it started. And one day in rush hour traffic, it stalled. I got out of the car and just walked away from it. The city found me, towed the car to my mom and dad's house because that was my address, and wouldn't you know it, there it was when I come home from work. Stayed there for 2 or 3 years while I was off in the military. When I come home, I thought I'd just see if it would start, and it had no seat in the front. That was fun, driving it around. So what we got here is continual repairs on this dam here. And we're at 181 feet. I'm not sure how high up it is. But if you go on Google Earth, you can put your mouse over top of the bottom of the river, on the below the dam, and you can figure out roughly how high it is. It looks like a good 100 feet or more. It's pretty high. They hauled in a lot of dirt here, that's for sure. They've got those orange booms off to the right there, and to keep boaters from getting into this part. Won't be long and they'll be taking the traffic signals down, and it'll open up the dam for two-way traffic, which is nice every winter, but every summer, every spring actually, up goes the lights while they fix the dam. Apparently there's a lot of tours coming in here from all over the world. I heard the Chinese were here for their Three Gorge Dam because the concrete that they used here is expanding, and it just continually expands. And they built this, I think it was came online in the early 1960s, and the concrete has been expanding. So to keep it from breaking apart, they drill holes in it, and it expands, and it stops the circulation. Then the water stops. Anyway, it's a pain that they block the traffic every year. Let's just say it's a minor inconvenience. So now we're right on top of the St. John River, and we're going to be going upriver, so we're going to be turning off to the right here. Heading towards Edmundston. 100. Better slow her down a tad. It's beautiful up here. Oh, we're still blinking. The leaves haven't changed enough yet, though. And hopefully, the big wind that's coming today won't blow off what's already there. We'll see. $188 feet. Ugh. That's a nice, if you got money, you can live in there. Eagle's Ledge. Even sounds rich. I'm really hoping it starts to rain a lot, actually. We want to make sure that our well gets lots of water to build it up after these several dry summers. Yes, sir. House for sale. New price. That means the old price was too high. Well, we're here, folks. Well, parking is here. Oh, not too bad. Maybe I'll park in front of it. Okay, that's it for today, and I'll plug you in here.